for a bit more of that, but Destroyer pulling a very nice little game there as Tripwire just going to get a catch, gets cleared out. 10-10 taking some space forward here on the site, and this time Kai not going to get the opportunity to have really any heroics. Take it down. Salvo's going to be sent, but thing reveal, Fung backpedaling. Let's get to the setup here. Corner stun, but no one there. Out in front, though, is Def, just on an island, and he ends up getting picked to pieces. Midi finding one before getting traded out by Clues. TP aggressively forward from Low King. Doesn't manage to get rewarded with one before getting traded out. Now suddenly a 2v2. As XCL Sugar Zero, the 50-50 crossfire trying to get set up, but they're just both going to... As the pendulum swings the economy all over the place for both of these teams. Not being able to find too much stability. Sugar Zero noted, TP forward. It'll be on the start there. Chalulu rather able to find one, but very quickly the trade backs are coming through, and ZETA Division look to deliver yet another thrifty here in the game. Depp around the back, able to go ahead. Over the coup de grace, right to the back of Kai's head. Midi now arriving as to try to pull off a 1v3 against 3 ZETA players that have some recovered weaponry. Drone now leading up over the top to try to scout, gets the tag, and Midi knows that he's been found.
Gonna be a difficult one for sure.
High-low, not going to be able to make it happen, so it's just going to be another thrifty here. Nicely landed there from Clues as Drone trying to check. Will be able to spot Midi, and Kai in a forward position ends up getting picked apart.
Yeah.
Spike gets worked into Garage. So trying to sell a bit of a fake here are ZETA Division, but this might just be costing them lives here as everybody's just stunned up. 10-10 eventually able to tap away, finds the kills there. At the same time, Low King does get taken down.
I want to go for it at least for now, but no one on the site.
I mean, tap, maybe you can try to get rid of the Hunter's Fury. Clues is not exactly in position for it though, given that he's still lingering. So there's the hold. It's going to get up to half. The Cyber Cage blocking out, pulls off of the defuse. So halfway there, but XDL hitting a nice shot. Chalulu, though, similarly replies with a headshot there onto Depp, but now seems like the call to just go ahead, back away, and try to save the weapon. Hasn't made, but no, he swings back out, looks for a little bit of additional damage. ZETA Division showing that they have pretty decent reads as far as position's concerned, and oh, they still got it. Sugar Zero, the shorty out, cuts him in half.
Yeah, that scenario doesn't matter if you get fault lined up. Some aggression down mid at the moment, though, from Low King, spotting out the information.
And that's going to be a catch on the Dab. We're just trying to recall the camera there, so some of the timings here. Playing the Cypher, maybe a bit off. Sun out, 10-10 into the corner, sliding forward, but it's going to be Clues who's actually collecting the kill. 10-10 low on HP. This is very close to being a 2v2. Low King swings in, is able to find one, but Sugar Zero pushes the smoke. Shuts him down, and now it's just a flanking Fung to try to turn the tides here in this round. Otherwise, ZETA will be up 7-5 at the half, but Sugar Zero snapping.
Pretty close on a flank, though.
Yeah, 3-player push out. Low King hearing this from the side, and he's got to turn back around. Now notice this, but XDL at the same time off camera, able to find 2 kills. 10-10 now, stabilizing. Surviving with 22 HP, is able to find a headshot. Not going to be Low King taken down. Now he's sliding out in towards mid, and he is just cleaning. Maybe just going to be the map done and dusted.
I mean, we have seen some great, silly percentages with this thing before.
Yeah, but at this range, it's not going to be too great for him. Sugar Zero. That's okay. That Guardian on the opposite side, but a swing out, and XCL does get taken down. Weapon going to be scooped up here. As Trace trying to push their way forward. Regen shield, putting Fung back up to a bit better numbers. But still is going to be low HP. Shots flying out, a cut across now into the C site. Depth going to be dancing around these cages, but Low King just flushes him out, anticipating it. It's a very great read, and now suddenly they're in a position to be able to try to close this as 10-10. A bit of whiffage there, ends up suffering quite a bit of damage before he's able to find the kill.
2 versus 2, they're routing the wrong way.
Wrapping towards backside, spot out onto one, but Low King turns back. 10-10 doesn't pull the trigger. Thought he was going to be able to get the jump. He wanted to play it patiently, spot out a little bit more, but Low King reads it incredibly well. Now, down to Clues.
The Trace, though, start their attacking side endeavors now. Tell us really why they like this map.
Kai. Smoke down on main, but already players here within the site. Stun onto Fung, push forward. Depp able to clean up one. One shot from Kai. Getting the kill, swaps over for the Vandal, and forces Sugar Zero out of the corner into the open, but Sugar Zero managed to come away with that elimination. The headshots connecting. At the very least, it's going to be solid damage dealt here for the side of Zeta Division, if not the round win, because Sugar Zero is still fragging, even though he's only got 10 HP.
And eventually salvos will come back online.
One-way smoke setup, however, should pretty much put a nail in the coffin here as 10-10 goes down. Sugar Zero, only one left alive with just the 10 health aforementioned. So rotates over, tap of the spike. He's just going to be holding this up to half. Manages to avoid the salvos, playing this out patiently and wisely. As Midi will go ahead and get it.
See what they can hear, see what they can see over to the A site. No rotations yet coming from Zeta, no flanks. They're just going to choose to pretty much go to the A site now.
Skate crash in for his hell, looking to steady that spray. Can't quite do it. Gets a good amount of damage on the clues, puts him down to 30 HP. Swing out, next DL is mowing him down. Lulu is able to reply in kind. Player advantage now here at the hands of Zeta Division with 10-10 wrapped around the back, and it has not been red. Now he's known. Relay bolt connecting. Back behind the box, but gun barrel spotted. And 10-10. That's about it. Wants to try to re-swing. Now is in a bit of a rough spot. Fault line coming through. Tries to get the catch, but Loking able to see away just in time. Kai trying to scale forward. Ends up getting taken down over here at long, as now they have it double stacked. And that's just going to be Depp and Clues falling him down. Loking trying to, you know, do something a little unexpected. Unfortunately, it's well read and observed. Falls to the wayside, just the Sheriff in hand here for Shalulu to try to see if he can get some additional damage to help Clues. Getting the ping reveal and really just
flush them out, and there's a bit of presence. So you're starting to accumulate some of these knowledge points for Trace throughout the journey so far on this second half.
Shift up there as the operator comes through, and it's just going to be a peek out of garage. 10-10 rewarded with a okay shot, and it's not quite connecting. Goes in for a little bit more there, blind through the smoke. Still not going to be found, but now time is starting to dwindle. 10-10 still, though, utilizing this neon speed, is able to go ahead and get into position, pops the overdrive, and now is looking to just go ahead and mow them down. His plan coming through, though, on the A side. Clues nearby, but he's away for the rest of the squad. Yeah,
Fung Fung got in here on a massive lurk, so from the shadows for lurking to get the plant, but now, well, it's 5 versus 2. Pretty hard.
Oh. 2v4. XCL not expecting the reposition there, but he's able to go ahead and flush him out. Neural Tip is going to be invested here from Fung Fung. He wants to try to clutch this one out, and he is so damn close to making it happen. Reveal Kai has to exit. They still haven't really scaled forward into the side. The Rolling Thunder now going to be crashing across into the smoke. Goes Depp. Swinging around, Shorty in hand, gets a ton of damage there on a Midi, but cannot find the kill. Kai at the same time able to find XDL, takes him down with the Stinger at range. Clues bring out from the A connector, is able to find one, but King takes down Sugar Zero, and now it's a 2v4 that Zeta themselves need to try to win. Drone to chase forward, 10-10. They're in heaven. Vandal swap, peeks out, finds the headshot. Kai gonna be taken down, suddenly 2v3. Still a Stinger in hand here for King. 10-10 cutting some noise, goes back across, jumps up over the top at this time. Angles watch, taken care of, and the stun goes out. Clues does manage to fight back for one more kill, and he's gonna find all of them!
How has that happened?
Unbelievable! Clues pulling off the 4K, that's gonna be such a backbreaker for Trace.
He was digged down to like less than 10 HP.
He's got 50. That is insanity. What a round from Clues.
And now it's map point.
And yeah, I mean, that has to just be the nail in the coffin. As 10-10, quick peek, quick pick, looking dead.
End things kind of forced in towards the B side at the moment with the way that Zeta have been positioning and playing this round.
Armageddon going to be used. That does get to the catcher. XCL taken down. 10-10 dead as the op shot ends up whiffing. But Sugar Zero is able to peel one back. Swing into the back of sight though, and now with the Hunter's Fury layered in, Clues cleans up Fung Fung, and suddenly this round is getting away from Trace. Kai all alone, a 1v3, the plant. Sticking to this one here with 10 seconds remaining. Needs to isolate, divide, and conquer against these three players. Sugar Zero low on HP, snappy with a headshot here is Kai, finds the first. Spots out Clues, finds it, but then Depp strikes in from behind. And that is going to be the defuse coming in, and that is going to be a 13.
Been running it. You got in the China region a couple of teams picking it too. But a bit of a different look now to come through for these guys.
Well, we are off to the races here. And it's off the rip. That's going to be XDL taken down. Quick little shots flying in as Step similarly picked apart here on the lurk outside of B main. Tap of the door. Sugar Zero looking to try to close the gap here and find a kill, is unable to do so. Clues with a quick peek across is able to trade one out, but still now a 2v4, a 1v4, as can't even get the words out. These guys are just picking each other apart so very quickly. Clues needing to pull another rabbit out of the hat here. Ace clutch if he wants to drag this back, but will not be able to do as he is segregated away from the rest of the team.
And to see what they can find here, really.
Well, this is going to be 2 quick taps here from Midi. Good amount of damage there, but still surviving. Gets the headshot and clean up depth. So 3K for the tail. 10-10. Looking for more, but I'm going to started really streaking and getting those wins racked up. But looks like we are good to go. So we can go ahead and jump right back into this one as Depp is dead.
Yeah, that's a little bit...
Some nice scaling.
Yeah.
Finds himself slotted here alongside Baby Door, and that allows for looking to now get on an angle to be able to find some shots, but Clues on point. Does find one. Stinger gets quite a bit of damage in. Relay Bolt going to be dodged here by Fung Fung, down to 45 HP. Midi covering the flank. Finds XTL, and that's now going to be the player advantage as well as an open A site here for Trace as the plant goes down.
Yeah, Trace have a player advantage too.
He is low, trying to line up those shots. Midi this time not going to be quite as accurate with the Guardian. Doesn't manage to get too much, and Sugar arriving finds Kai. Still though, spray control decent from Fung Fung.
Goes down to clear Rubble. You'll have to break the barrier mesh to get on past though.
Big allow from Sugar Zero. The spot on the one, and XCL just opens up line shots, and Kai gets taken down. That's the outlaw now on the floor. Yeah. Salvo's avoided, and this site is now going to get broken open. Clues does manage to trade one back there alongside 10-10. 2v3. Sugar Zero. Low here on HP, but looking. Take it down, but Midi. Quick little transfer, 10 health remaining. Trying to bait him forward. Depp with the classic is able to go ahead and get them over the line. Fault line now back off CD, but Depp, snake bite at the ready. He's going to send that, dissuade them from pushing forward. And this might end up having to be a pivot at the end of it all. XCL scaling up, able to find one Fung Fung with the Sheriff, takes him down, but Depp comes away with 3 kills. And now it is just
really nicely accumulated for ZETA on the information game in that round.
Well,
that's disgusting. He's been done again.
I mean, what?
Kai has not been able to pass go twice.
Yeah, but I mean, a couple of rounds ago, it was Kai doing that to Depp on the opposite side. And now Depp will finally be taken down. Trade to the Vipers there, but it's still a trade up as ZETA maintain a player advantage.
There's going to be no one in the spawn side of things, though, for ZETA. It's all on the flank variety.
Yeah, missile approach coming through the tree. Prowler, go ahead and ensure that it is cleared out. The tree uses it as a distraction, but Midi just fires over the top of it, and suddenly, now we have ourselves a 2v2. Loking getting a spot out there, but Walt keeps contained here at stairs. Chalulu able to find the headshot there onto XCL, survives with just 30 health. Clues now. Has to try to clutch this out. Paranoia going to be burned. Smoke cycled, aftershock going to be sent. As Clues pushing forward aggressively. The fault line not going to be able to get the catch here, but he's able to find the kills, and that's going to be Loking taking him down.
Gun round to be presented though. A lot of the rubble contest from both sides.
Reveal onto one, just looking for the fine spray, and eventually we'll be able to find him. So Loking, Midi both going to be taken down. Strong aggressive start, and okay, Kai, a nice headshot.
Yeah, he's just going to remove himself from the position. Let's see what Kai can do. Maybe find Depp and pivot to the C site. Because now that
he's in, spot out the Viper. He does so. Not sure how much was gained there though. Is Kai pushing out, finding a timing that's going to be Sugar Zero, take it down 10-10. Trades it back here through. Now a 2v2, but the Viper's still missing. Time starting to tick faster and faster. Okay, taking them down. Chalulu going to be found here. Hold on the defuse to get it at least a half, but Fung Fung, yep, just able to play off the back of the decay damage there. Cleans it up, the lone survivor. Now dead to the He ends up going for Dimensional Drift. Obviously 10-10 at this range. Not going to be able to do too much, but cuts back across.
Here we go.
Right here, next to the switch. He's going to play a ring around the Rosie with it. Finds the timing to go ahead and clean up a kill. Tries to grab the gun, but Midi eventually will be able to find him. So we're just going to... Things do get dicey. You do have Midi. He's connected back here in tree with that Armageddon at the ready. Love them to not have to use it, but instead he's just going to go ahead and roll out the red carpet. Kai dead. Weapon can be scooped up. Midi, however, still here on the site, looking to find some impact. Peeks out, finds Depp. Down to a 3v3 with XCL. Packed up quite a bit. Push on the corner, sees he's not going to be connecting. They're lined up. Midi able to find it. Can he get the ace? Swing onto the corner. Sugar Zero says no. But it's not quite ready for Loki.
Reset and potentially tie things up if this round here is dropped. You consider Shalulu getting some sort of hero investment. An operator though is out for 10-10. First engagement battle as well. 3-1.
Yep, immediately able to find Midi. So to go ahead and scout this A site. Pit coming through here from depth. As, oh boy, everybody's all stunned up, and eventually they're going to be able to fish him out. And here we go again. Trace are just stealing these rounds away. I mean, a fat paranoia could set up for a spray down.
Oh, hang on, here we go. Wrong way,
Nope.
wrong angle.
Uh-oh.
This could be what tricks Trace up, though. See if they clear him.
Seems like there's someone.
Oh, he's sleepy.
He's asleep at the wheel. 10-10 doesn't even fire off a single shell. Gets taken down. Like to try to deter the push forward there, but now XDL on that lurk. Going to be caught. Fung very wise to hang back and watch that angle. Finds one. Spike now planted with 12 seconds. And it's just a matter of can ZETA get damage in? Or does Trace pull off a flawless? Because right now, they're looking good for it. Drop. Good amount of damage here on the Low King. Down to 15, but Depth dead. Clues contained. Pushed away. Getting wrapped around on here. Kai just going to be disrespecting the volleys. Waits out the salvos. Sends the pop flash, and that'll be the flawless confirmed.
One of the detriments for this ZETA composition. Something you see like Darby do, for example. Getting right in with the Neon to go for a lot of the challenges when they go for those.
Well, this time, a little bit more awake is 10-10. Fung going to be picked off, so that's control of the spawn here. 10-10 able to stay in position. Watch, see if there's going to be any kind of rotation. Smoke's getting ready to dissipate here at the A site, so wall gets set up from XDL. Annihilation is online. Curious if that's going to come into play here, but for now just gets the spot out. It's going to be Kai dead.
You hear the rotating door as well. Do you consider just using it to try and win around cleanly or not?
Oh, zero. Paranoia sent. Finds a blinded up Midi here at Tree.
Oh, season this dark cover. Could hurt Low King.
Yeah, Jiggle peek out.
Gonna get away.
All gone. They're just going to cycle the smokes, and now they're going to get pushed in towards 10-10, who says hello. Off at the ready, and he's going to go sliding forward. Oh my god, he's a madman. They hit here onto the two players. Gate crash out, though, as the Nightfall goes across in response.
Yeah, and there can be some pretty good baits of utility as well, right?
10 still situated here. Fung going to be swinging into him, and 10-10 wins that fight.
So you've removed the Nightfall, you've removed the Annihilation, but you've dropped Fung. Trying to reclaim some things back towards the A side, and I mean, for ZETA, they've still got the right numbers here, essentially.
Aftershock. Force XDL into the open, wins the fight. Well, now going to be sent. Depp dropping down off the rope, finds Kai. And they know that they've got somebody contained here in the back of the box, because that's where the fight just got planted. So it's just going to be a 3. Smoke moving here on the corner. Slide in, 10-10 scaling forward. Able to close the gap there, as he will find one, but Fung quickly trades it back. Spike now going to be in play here on the B side. Double approach from the baby door side. Depp able to dodge out one of the stuns, but hit by another. Clues pushing up in towards upper, able to find one, and suddenly all hell breaks loose. Shalulu hits him back. Get him to exit, but it's still going to be a good amount of damage taken. 3 players tagged up with Depp down to 36. Slide onto the corner, Prowler to try to distract. Low King running out of bullets, but running out of time. Can't TP out. 10-10 able to go ahead and find that. A Stinger now available for pickup. As Kai, dead to the flank. Sugar's here just tucked into the corner, able to find him. Midi getting the read. Snaps down. Minor damage going to be suffered there as XDL similarly gets taken out. Spike, however, still not planted. It's in the hands of Clues, who's looking to swing out, challenge him for the fight, but just ends up falling to the wayside. 10-10 up and over the top. Gets a good amount of damage in. Sugar Zero recovered. Bulldog!
Salvos to come back online pretty soon.
Nightfall giving some pause there to 10-10 for a little bit. Slides forward and Funk eventually able to find him there. Stinger at range. Poison Orb dropped. Depp on a very deep lurk now. The time is starting to tick away. gets the catch. Kai going to be taken down there on the approach. Spike interrupted. The time. Can anyone get it? Yes, they have, but Shalulu is about to really pick them apart. Swings in, cannot interrupt the plant, but still it's going to be considering it. Since Paranoia swings, finds the first, the smoke to help isolate. Gets himself back over here, swaps the weapons, Phantom in hand. Is the net getting a grab? He's just going to stick it. He's just going to stick it. XTL is not swinging until it is far too late. You can find anything through the wall.
This could be good or bad.
This could be tragedy. It is okay. Wall goes down. Kai, he's going to reface in as the stun call goes out. Oh, that shot on the depth is so damn clean. Spike is now dropped. Armageddon rolling through. They'll look to push on the back of that one. Flash seemingly was going to be all right, but Clues does manage to turn it. Finds the headshot. Still a player disadvantages. Yep, has to go for the reload. Shalulu, fortunately for Clues, ends up backing away, but now he's got to re-swing in. The snake bite ends up finding the vulnerable, and this is just a fantastic outdoing here from the side of Trace.
Yeah, Shalulu remembering that on the breach, utility goes kind of good. Into the C side though, stopping 10-10. Kind of makes things. The hunt is on from Shalulu, but by the timing at the end, he might catch him.
Shallow.
He got him! Like as well. With this lighter investment from ZETA Division now, they need to try and catch a thrifty here.
Well, Shalulu gonna find one, finds a second. XDL gonna be taken down, and that's the one hero rifle that they had. Left on the floor, 10-10's corpse. I mean, Shalulu just owns this position, I suppose.
Forward line a lot of these times too. The great assistance.
Oh. Shot into the shoulder. Really able to try to clear it. Looking out for main. Is able to find him in transit. Depth does trade one back off screen. Tap of the door. XTL comes rushing out. Kai does get picked apart, and Loking's watching the wrong side. So XTL gets himself a set.
Whether or not they want to disrespect it, it is 4 versus 2 and all.
Smoke to be dropped. XTL at the ready. Gets himself a third. Midi now. Just going to be cutting across. Will arrive here at backside, but it's mostly going to be a matter of trying to get some damage in.
Yeah.
Pushing forward, Sugar Zero.
So finally, as we see ZETA Division get one round back on the board. See if they can double it down. Trace though, 4 ults online, quick towards the A side.
Oh, everybody's just blind.
Yep.
Except for Kai. 10-10 can't see a damn thing. Doesn't even get much damage in. It's a little bit too wild. Well,
engagements. Waiting for a little bit of time on the clock as well to see a potential pit come out from Fung Fung. And
looking for that fight, but Clues able to come out on top. 3v4. Obviously doesn't mean too much here.
No, but you've got in towards C site, and you're still trying to go towards A here.
Yeah. Maybe trying to call for some kind of distract. Midi about to be shoulder to shoulder here with 2 players and XDL. He snaps in. Nice up the damage. Kai, though, trying to hold the door. Down to 5 bullets, getting wrapped around on, and just doesn't know which way to turn. So
it's a little bit stopped out from going towards C. Caught out in their position.
Spotting them all, swings in, and Depth taken down. He's out into the open. And that fault line at the ready. Good little catch. And now they have so much control. Midi needed to get cleared out, but still managed to take one down with him. Maintains a player advantage here for the team. As B site opened up.
Just gonna flip the map essentially.
Pretty much. Sugar Zero, they're still pushing across in towards C. Looking tucked here, but Sugar Zero able to strike, but do they get the read? Oh, they absolutely do not. Quick trade, however, coming through. XCL keeps them in this.
Playing towards the whole side of things. You got a grab net, and all 10-10's you so.
2v2 with util fairly limited. 1 flash each here for Kai and Shalulu. It's a tough one. As 10-10 will be able to find the enemy breach. That's just Kai, so it seems like the timeout call not going to be bringing this map to its end unless Kai can come up with a big clutch, but the time is really working against him at this point. Pushes past the fast lane. Here the enemy Neon, but 10-10 is snappy as all hell with that last kill.
I'd be too worried unless it's another 2 that goes ZETA's way.
main problem is seeing that kind of loss off the back of the timeout call. Maybe players not sticking to whatever strategy he had tried to call for them. Either way, though, Kai going to be caught pushing forward into the smoke. 10-10 ready for it. Does eat a little bit of damage, but overall it's going to be fine. Fung Fung managing to get one shot out there. Clue's going to be dropped. This Adept swinging around the back. Should be able to get the jump here on Midi. As he peeks in, and there you go. Adept does find it.
He's spotting both of these.
Door swung open. XDL, a little bit of slip of the wheel though. Ends up falling, but Sugar Zero set up here behind the box is going to be layering in another smoke. Don't believe he caught a glimpse there of Shalulu, but he's just going to be looking to rotate out. It's like maybe upgrade the weapon, go through the door. No, we'll just get hounded down in the end. Put in. Spotting here from Low King. Not sure if he caught a glimpse of anything. Gonna go up and over the top here for Depth. The Prowler to try to scout the swing out. Low King able to find it. Does quickly get traded out as Aftershock gonna be sent here from Lulu, just trying to stem the tide. All of ZETA clustered, but Kai here backing up the breach. This could be a massive crunch as wall's gonna fall. Armageddon not in position to really find the punish. Transfer not gonna connect there as the paranoia could just send that off the tap. Fung Fung only having a snake bite to try to isolate an angle, but that's not going to mean too much here for an Omen that can just TP past it. He's just going to go ahead, look for the stick, but Fung Fung gets the headshot to connect through the box, and that
Breach the KO on specific map spot on this one. ZETA into the A side now. No casualties just yet.
No
Set up
casualties.
sensors.
But some damage dealt. Oh, players tagged up, but okay. Clue's just answering back a couple shots to that smoke. He's able to find Kai. Deb, noted here on the lurk, gets a headshot, putting Fung Fung down to 19 HP, but he's not able to confirm the kill. Sugar Zero will be able to do so, as that's going to be a timing swing here. They are looking to flood back out in towards Tree. Clues ends up being a bit of a casualty. Now, all three players playing together here, clustered up. Midi with a hell of a shot, takes down Sugar Zero. Swing onto the corner, right clicks, not killing. Midi able to find another. 10-10 now, all alone to try to clutch this out. Swing in, and Midi hits another. 3K here for...
You're hoping to kind of see from ZETA. And then just double sentence on the attack. Hard to start off.
Oh.
And they're doing that.
Yep, Stinger's just going to be finding an immense amount of value here. As we'll just go, okay, you get 2 kills, I get 2 kills. Let's just kill him and bring this round to a very quick finish. Dep now going to be noted as the trip gets cleared out. And Kai has that Sheriff behind, so he's able to find the kill.
Towards a top mid.
Start at the ready.
Nice.
That's the timing push. And, yep, XDL taking down a weapon there. Grab that. The cage just obfuscated for now. Fung Fung will be able to exit.
Yeah, I just wanted to take the gun.
2 persons. Surely you swap the weapon over to somebody else with full HP.
You'd hope so.
He's not done so far. As Midi with the Sheriff.
This is with Dep.
Fung Fung has swapped the weapon over, so now has the Stinger.
Oh,
And he's not going to get timing. Clues has to turn around. How does he not hurt that camera? Dep able to find one, but can get nothing more. Midi will get his first kill that isn't from a Sheriff. Paranoia not connecting on to Sugar Zero, but this is a tragic scenario now.
How do you even retrieve the spike safe?
They're just going to be spamming into the smoke and eventually rewarded with a kill. Bonus converted here. And hear the camera, but I'm pretty sure they're able to hear the crowd after that round. I imagine that they're going to become crazy over there in the arena as Kai eventually able to find the spray. Minor damage suffered here as Clue's trying to bounce the stun, ends up hitting the wall there. XDL tagged up, dropping down out of the smoke, dead. 1 by 1.
Yeah.
Just picked apart, looking fantastic. Clues, okay. Double headshots. Dep finds Shalulu, and now suddenly they're able to make a bit of a go of this. Well, weapons picked up, but Clues taken down.
You're getting Fung Fung 1 away from neural theft, which you can pick up next round.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, whoever gets it is going to be
yeah,
in a good spot. So it's going to be Midi. Trying to find it.
It's going to survive. You go for the dimensional drift, though.
Cage gets popped as the dimensional drift leads in. And 10-10 going to be able to spot out multiple players, and he's just going for the timing, and he has absolutely nailed it. 2 kills found. B site broken open. Operator now going to be noted here as Depp pinching in from behind. Knows that this Yoru is somewhere, but it's the news now that he's TP'd out, turns his sights back, and that's going to be looking dead. Kai's position going to be known. Question
when 1010 comes out of the dimensional drift, his team salvo is not going to do too much damage towards himself. Operator for Kai going to get a freebie here. They could hunt him now, and they will.
Are able to take
it. Time for ZETA means that Tracer going to have to put some early utility on as well. Try and set up where that operator might need to go scoping a little bit further, or the other util. So drone invested quite early.
Players going to be spotted here on both sides. Hunter's Fury open from mid. He pushed forward into the smoke. And looking for a little bit more, pushes back out. Clue's able to find one. 10-10 comes up with Low King, but Feng Feng now arriving in heaven. Instantly finds a headshot, puts down the enemy Yoru. As we go into a 2v3 at a 3v1. As, yeah, otherwise it's just the classics here. As Flash gonna hit the drone, net in case they catch anybody at market, but no one there to receive it.
Gonna try and, well, get trades at least.
Midi for XD access now there here for Feng Feng. As ZETA once again are pumping the brakes and trying to figure out if they want to reroute, but right now they're bringing the spike over towards the site with 2 players, and Depp trying to linger his way forward here into A, and can he take it down, and Feng Feng somehow hits a fadeaway shot on the Sugar Zero. Kai at the same time able to find 10-10, and now that leaves Clues.
The end.
He's just sprinting to try to get the plant down in time, but
Low King can find him.
Yep, not going to find it here. And Low King, he knows that he's not planting it, so we'll just go ahead, slide in from behind, and there you go. Team Ace has Gate Crash into hell. Set up here from 10-10. See what the execution ends up looking like as they start things off with the Armageddon, but Clue's just going to be dead on the peak. Low King is going to be TPing, and XCL really barely able to find the kill, rather. As Feng Feng will trade one out. 3v3 now. Still looking for the retake, but the spike still dropped in main.
Got a neural theft here as Depp, you'd think.
Oh, Chalulu about to be caught on a timing. No, Midi with that Odin spray is able to take down 10-10. Should have had it. 1, if not 2 of them, dead to rights. And Sugar Zero pulls the trigger as he gets up into heaven, alerts them, so he's only able to find 1. There's now tap, not committed to. And the retap, just trying to get Chalulu out into the Things clearly off kilter for ZETA Division.
And now you're in a scenario where you're potentially going down 8-1. There's no real weapons for ZETA. Although, if you can take a gun like that free of charge, you're happy with that.
Stinger's in range.
Well, he's just TP'd into the open. He's missed it.
Yep. All right, well. Picked up Dimensional Drift scouting here for 10-10. As Feng Feng swinging out here at Heaven. Gets taken down, and that's going to be the Annihilation getting a grab. So, free kill coming through. ZETA Division somehow making a go of this in the thrifty attempt. Drop down, Shorty's going to be good for 1, but Kai cannot exit. 10-10 will find a 3rd elimination. As now we get into a 2v2. Both players from ZETA stacked up here. By hell, but the Clues can't make it to back gen. Chalulu trying to lead them forward, trying to steady the spray. 10-10 finds the headshot. Now is on for the ace. Midi trying to find him here with the drone, confirms that it was a real gate crash, not a fake, but does he know where he's at? There's the drop down. Check over towards tree, and I don't think he's going to have the read on this at all. The slow. I mean,
8-4.
8-4,
maybe.
You know, I think that's kind of going to be the minimum that you're looking for here. As Paranoia goes out, and I mean, they just kind of leave Sugar Zero here to his own devices. 10-10 still pushing forward into the site, able to find 2 kills as Kai is going to be taken down. We're just eyes on Low King, but now he's dead.
Oh, what?
Sprays across. Never mind, he's alive and well. 11 HP, no problem, clearly, when you just killed 10-10 through the smoke.
Yeah, 3 versus 3. Can you get out of here? Probably not. He's got the spike in main.
He's on the spike.
But he has 11 HP.
He does have 11 HP, but he also has a Vandal. If he could just hit the headshots. Like that.
Like that. Okay, here we go. A Low King round. When he doesn't miss the TP in towards Wine. Starts off nicely.
Clues has now picked up the spike, slowly working his way back across, but now he's got to get into the site, and there's just a crossfire set up here at Tree. Now you've got the reveal. They know exactly where XDL is at, and they know exactly where he needs to go. Gravnet going to be avoided. XDL needing to triple his kill count, and he's only got 13 seconds remaining in the round. Spike going to be picked up. He would love to be able to challenge in for a fight here before he goes to this plant, swings in the back gen. Oh, well, into the dimensional drift there goes at 10-10. Jumps out very quick exit, still does manage to find Kai before getting taken down. At depth on the approach out from tree does find Shalulu, so a couple kills traded out. Looking stuck, will end up dying. XDL picks up the weapon. Now a Vandal recovered, and a site opened up. ZETA Division looking to try to get themselves you know, another little thrifty win here.
Maybe. Unprepared. Good wall.
And we'll buy a bit of time here. Midi now, his presence known, and that's the Vandal on the ground, but Sugar Zero now brings it down into the 2v1. In the close corner, Midi anticipating it, reading it well, but just not quite
to come up with new ideas, take the initiative.
Oh. Just Fury,
I couldn't get out.
He just can't get out, he can't escape. Depp is dead at the same time. There's a peek in from Kai. He's dead right here. Center of mid. Now the Neural Theft is going to reveal XDL. He's going to swoop forward and he's going to die. That's the spike drop now in bench. And the rest of the team is smoked off. It's falling apart.
Wow. They just look a little bit lost, don't they?
They wanted to take this tournament as an opportunity to try to test out the Ascent on in a stage environment rather than in a scrim. Uncertain either way. They're now at risk here as Clue is able to answer back one kill. Sugar Zero getting one as well off cam. Cycled and peek out. They just missed each other. There's an opportunity here. I mean, Feng firing off some shots. Lets him know his position. Swing in from back gen, and that's going to be XDL able to find one. So Sight gets broken open a bit more as the net not quite going to get the grab here. Counter swing back in though. Zero finding one, but then Depp arriving in from behind.
Gets to play scared as well, right? Falling back, not going with any util plays. Now getting self-drone out through short.
We're trying to get a timing, but Clues on the peak will just go ahead and find Feng. So get through 10-10. Orb's going to be grabbed. Can relay that as trips start getting cleared out.
Got one at lane two.
Salvos buy them some space. As the plant gets ready to come through, Midi does manage to find XDL before getting taken down 10-10. In from the back. Lets the kill here onto Kai, but flashes himself and now has to back away. Lulu finding a timing, but Sugar Zero in pole position to trade it back, but any more damage from here, it's going to start being catastrophic for ZETA Division. Fuse being held, not much more than looking to do other than try to find a kill here on the corner. Won't be able to do it. And
can come in with a crunch to this B side as well. Now with the control of mid.
Double drone in towards market, nothing spotted. Depp now fills this space. And 10-10's dead. Feng just swings the corner. That's the op down, and Kai steadies the spray, finds a kill. Lulu is able to find Clues as well. This
Sugar Zero might be able to do.
Given the circumstances. Yeah, there's the operator picked up. Feng putting it to use. Sugar Zero dead. XDL nearly sprayed out through the smoke. Expecting some more forward pressure. 17 HP. I mean, low on health. Would be good for him to try to find the kill.
What a great situation to be in.
How has that happened? Still turned, I think it just
Didn't
landed
jump.
back on his head.
Yeah. Well, ow.
Well, 10-10 still continuing to...
It'd feel like give ZETA Division a very large fighting chance.
They know he's here. Salvos try to buy some space. Cage pop, Feng gonna go in, finds the timing. Depp eliminated. Market now broken open. Spike at pizza, swing out. Sugar Zero taken down. XDL there for
position.
The eyes are turned towards heaven. It seems like he has known enough now. The cage comes in, so they've absolutely confirmed it.
XDL.
Up and drop down, and he somehow wins that fight. Now the Neural Theft is going to be invested, and they will. Trace have all of the info.
Salvos and a recon too for Trace.
Well, Salvos heading towards heaven. Push on the corner, 10-10. Finishing the job there onto Feng. The flash, Midi. They try to steady it here. Recon up and over the top. Maybe gonna get timinged, but tucks in behind the bricks, and it's just gonna be another forward. Both players gonna be spotted out. The Armageddon now gonna be called in. An exit here at Hell, pushed into the open is XDL. He's he's going to get taken down. 10-10 with the judge is able to find one. But needs so much more. Upgrades over to a Vandal, but he's completely contained here. Into the corner, offers back a decent amount of damage, finds that kill, but Shock Dart will land at his feet. That leaves Sugar Zero now all alone.
He drifted. He just used the drift to try and get out.
Oh, good God, you are correct.
Oh, 10-10, not like this.
Yeah, simultaneously being used there. There's a drop down, Sugar Zero, point blank versus Fung Fung. Turn 2.
Chinese Darnest. ZETA alive. So let's see if it all ends here or not.
Well, Fung Fung just doesn't lose.
Sent the cocoon, you know. There's so many people that could break out, whoever gets captured.
Yeah. Flash out, Fury going to be used, and yeah, he went for it, but Cocoon ends up getting broken. He goes down, Kai. A very nice kill. 10-10. Oh, he's gotten out under the door, but doesn't quite catch them by surprise. But Sugar Zero here on the site comes up with 4, is now on for an ace. Has just arrived and looked to bail them out. Kai now in a 1v2. Spike drop behind, and Sugar Zero just thriving in this chaos, it would seem. Have to watch it back on the replay. Swing out, though. Kai now bringing it into the 1v1. Down to 70. Goes for the reload. Flash his way out. Gate crash going to be faked. Sugar Zero, though, just tucking back. Gets himself into boats. The swing. Shot just the hair off, and Kai will deny him the ace. Deny